Ever feel like you're dragging yourself through the day, even after supposedly getting a full night's sleep, like your brain just hit the snooze button on its own reboot process?
It's a frustrating feeling, and so many people experience it. It often comes down to a lack of understanding about how sleep actually works. It's not just about the number of hours you're in bed, it's about tapping into the power of your natural sleep cycles.
Sleep cycle. So it's not just one long, uninterrupted power nap.
Definitely not. Sleep is a dynamic process. It unfolds in a series of roughly 90-minute cycles. Each of these cycles takes you through these distinct stages, and each stage has a unique purpose.
So like a washing machine with different settings for delicates, permanent press, heavy duty, you need the whole cycle to actually get things clean.
That's a great analogy. We tend to think of sleep as one big block of time, but it's actually this intricate dance between different stages. And just like missing a step in a complicated dance routine, skipping or shortening any of these stages can leave you feeling off, out of sync, and less than refreshed.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Walk me through these sleep stages. What's actually happening in my brain when I'm out cold?
Well, the first stage is that initial transition from wakefulness to sleep. That drowsy feeling when you're drifting off and your thoughts start to get a little fuzzy.
Oh yeah, when you're not quite asleep, but definitely not paying attention to anything either. Isn't that when those weird muscle twitches sometimes happen?
Exactly. Those involuntary jerks are totally normal and tend to happen as your muscles start to relax. This first stage is relatively brief, just a few minutes before you transition into stage 2.
So what's happening in stage 2? Is this where the real sleep action starts?
This is where things start to get interesting. Your brain waves slow down, your heart rate and body temperature drop, and you enter a lighter stage of sleep. But don't let that light label fool you. This stage plays a crucial role in memory consolidation.
Hold on, memory. So all that stuff I learned during the day is somehow getting filed away in my brain while I'm catching Z's.
That's right. During stage 2, your brain produces these brief bursts of activity called sleep spindles. These little bursts are like tiny memory couriers, transferring information from short-term to long-term storage.
So those aha moments when you suddenly remember something the next day, that could be thanks to those sleep spindles hard at work while you were snoozing.
Precisely. Stage 2 is like the behind-the-scenes crew setting the stage for the main event, deep sleep.
Deep sleep sounds intense. What's going on in my brain during that stage?
This is where the real magic happens. During deep sleep, also known as stage 3, your brain waves become incredibly slow and synchronized. It's like your brain is shifting into a lower gear, allowing it to focus on essential restorative processes.
So if my brain is in low gear during deep sleep, what exactly is it working on?
Deep sleep is when your body releases growth hormone, which is crucial for muscle repair, cell regeneration, and boosting your immune system. It's like sending your body to a full-service spa for a top-to-bottom tune-up.
Okay, so deep sleep is like a spa day for my muscles and immune system. I can definitely get behind that. What else happens during this deep sleep stage?
Well, one of the most fascinating things that happens during deep sleep is the activation of your brain's waste removal system.
Wait, my brain has a garbage disposal system.
In a sense, yes. It's called the glymphatic system, and it's basically a network of channels that flushes out metabolic byproducts and toxins that build up while you're awake. Think of it as a nightly street cleaning crew for your brain, making sure everything is tidy and running smoothly.
Wow, that's incredible. So if I'm not getting enough deep sleep, my brain is basically a landfill of mental garbage.
Not quite a landfill, but you get the idea. Deep sleep allows your brain to clear out those metabolic toxins, which is crucial for maintaining optimal brain function.
So deep sleep, essential for muscle repair, a boosted immune system, and a clean, toxin-free brain. Sounds like I need to be prioritizing this stage a bit more. But what about REM sleep? That's where all the crazy dreams happen, right? So deep sleep essential for muscle repair, a boosted immune system, and a clean, toxin-free brain. Sounds like I need to be prioritizing this stage a bit more. But what about REM sleep? That's where all the crazy dreams happen, right?
You got it. REM sleep. It's the most intriguing stage of the sleep cycle. It's where your brain activity really ramps up, your eyes dart back and forth beneath your eyelids, and you experience those vivid, often bizarre dreams. They can leave you wondering, what is my subconscious up to?
I've definitely had my fair share of those head-scratching dreams. But what's actually happening in my brain during REM sleep? Is it just my imagination running wild, or is there a deeper purpose to all this dream craziness?
Well, dreams are definitely a hallmark of REM sleep. But there's a lot more going on than just creating those fantastical nighttime narratives. During REM sleep, your brain is actively processing emotions from the day. It's integrating those emotions into your memories and essentially helping you make sense of your experiences.
So REM sleep is like my brain's personal therapist, helping me process all the ups and downs of the day.
That's a great way to put it. It's like your brain is sifting through the emotional roller coaster of your waking hours, smoothing out the rough edges and helping you file those experiences away in a way that feels less overwhelming.
That makes a lot of sense. I know when I'm sleep deprived, even minor stressors can feel magnified. So getting enough REM sleep could be the key to staying emotionally resilient.
Exactly. REM sleep allows your brain to process and integrate emotional experiences, which can help you feel less reactive, and more balanced when facing challenges.
This is fascinating. But you mentioned something about creativity and problem solving being linked to REM sleep. How does that tie into all this emotional processing?
That's one of the most remarkable aspects of REM sleep. During this stage, your brain isn't just processing emotions, it's also making new connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. It's like your brain is playing a giant game of connect the dots, forging new pathways and coming up with creative solutions.
So those aha moments when a solution to a problem suddenly pops into your head could be thanks to a good night's REM sleep.
Exactly. REM sleep allows your brain to work through problems from a fresh perspective, unconstrained by the logical limitations of your waking mind. It's no coincidence that people often wake up with a burst of creativity or a solution to a problem that had them stumped the day before.
Okay, I'm convinced. REM sleep is definitely something I need to prioritize. But we all know there are things that can sabotage our sleep. What are some of the common culprits that mess with our sleep cycles?
Yes, the sleep disruptors. There are quite a few things that can throw those carefully choreographed sleep cycles off kilter. And we'll dive into those right after the short break. Stay tuned to learn how to optimize your sleep and unlock your brain's full potential.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more sleep-enhancing tips and tricks in just a moment. Okay, we're back, ready to tackle those pesky sleep disruptors. Let's start with one that a lot of people enjoy, but that can actually wreak havoc on our sleep cycles. Alcohol.
Ah, yes, that evening glass of wine or beer might seem like a relaxing way to unwind before bed. But while alcohol can initially make you feel drowsy and help you fall asleep faster, it can interfere with your sleep cycles later in the night, particularly REM sleep.
Really? I always thought alcohol made you sleepy.
It's true that alcohol can initially make you feel drowsy and help you fall asleep faster. But here's the catch. Alcohol disrupts your sleep cycles later in the night, especially REM sleep.
So even though I might doze off easily after a drink, I could be missing out on that crucial REM sleep we talked about earlier.
Exactly. Alcohol robs you of that restorative REM sleep, which is why you might wake up feeling groggy and emotionally drained, even if you technically got enough hours of sleep.
Okay, that's good to know. Maybe I'll rethink that nightcap. What about caffeine? Does that affect our sleep cycles too?
Caffeine is another tricky one. It's a stimulant that can linger in your system for hours, even if you don't feel its effects right away. This means that even if you fall asleep after that afternoon coffee, caffeine can prevent you from reaching those deeper stages of sleep, especially slow wave sleep, which is so crucial for physical restoration and memory consolidation.
So even if I can fall asleep after my latte, it might be messing with my sleep quality without me even realizing it.
Precisely. It's all about understanding the subtle ways that these substances can interfere with your sleep cycles, even if you don't feel their immediate effects.
Okay, so alcohol and caffeine are on the avoid before bed list. What about screen time? Is it really that bad for our sleep?
Screen time before bed is a triple threat when it comes to sleep. First, the blue light emitted from electronic devices can suppress melatonin production. That's a hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. Second, the mental stimulation from engaging with content, it keeps your brain active and makes it harder to wind down. And finally, even the simple act of looking at a bright screen can signal to your brain that it's daytime, which disrupts your natural sleep-wake rhythm.
Wow, so it's not just about the blue light, it's the whole package deal.
Exactly. The key takeaway here is that preparing for sleep involves both physical and mental winding down. It's about creating a calm and relaxing environment. You want to signal to your body and mind that it's time to rest.
Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern here. It's not just about how much we sleep, but about how we sleep and how we prepare for it. So what are some practical things people can do to actually optimize their sleep cycles? Give us the insider tips.
One simple but effective strategy is to use that 90-minute sleep cycle to your advantage when you're planning your bedtime. If you know what time you need to wake up, count backward in 90-minute increments to find your ideal bedtime. For example, if you need to be up at 6 a.m., aim for a bedtime of 10:30 p.m. for 5 cycles, or 9 p.m. for 6 cycles. This way, you're more likely to wake up during a lighter sleep phase, feeling refreshed rather than groggy.
Okay, that's a clever trick. I'm definitely going to try that.
Uh-huh.
What about naps? Are those helpful or harmful when it comes to optimizing sleep?
Strategic napping can be a great way to boost your energy and cognitive function without disrupting your nighttime sleep. The key is to keep it short. Aim for a 20-minute power nap to get a quick refresh, without dipping into those deeper sleep stages that can leave you feeling groggy afterward.
So short and sweet is the key to a successful power nap. What if I have more time and need a more substantial recharge?
If you have more time and you want to experience the full benefits of a sleep cycle, you could go for a full 90-minute nap. This allows you to complete a full cycle, including deep sleep and REM, and wake up feeling more refreshed and alert.
So a quick pick-me-up or a full cycle reset. I like that framework. What about other ways to optimize our sleep cycles? We talked about avoiding alcohol and caffeine before bed, but are there any positive things we can do to prime our bodies for better sleep?
Remember how we talked about your body temperature naturally dropping during sleep? Well, you can actually use that to your advantage. Try timing your exercise or a hot shower or bath for about 2 hours before bed. As your body cools down afterward, it mimics that natural temperature drop that signals sleep onset.
Oh, that's a great tip. I often work out in the evening, so I'll have to try shifting my workouts to earlier in the day. What about things like white noise? Can those actually help with sleep?
White noise can be helpful, but research actually suggests that pink noise might be even more effective for enhancing deep sleep.
Pink noise. I've definitely heard of white noise, but this is the new one for me. What's the difference?
White noise contains all frequencies of sound at equal power, which creates a steady, even sound. Pink noise, on the other hand, emphasizes lower frequencies, creating a deeper, more soothing sound, kind of like the sound of rainfall or ocean waves. Studies have shown that listening to pink noise while you sleep can actually increase slow-wave sleep and may even improve memory recall the next day.
Wow, that's amazing. I have to give pink noise a try. Any other sleep-enhancing tips to share?
Absolutely. Pay attention to your meal timing. Eating a heavy meal or snacking right before bed can interfere with your sleep by keeping your digestive system active when it should be winding down. Ideally, you should finish your last meal at least 3 hours before bedtime.
So no late-night snacking if I want to optimize my sleep.
Got it.
Any final words of wisdom before we wrap up?
Remember, sleep is about so much more than just clocking hours. It's a finely tuned process of restoration and processing. By understanding your sleep cycles and using the tips we've discussed today, you can truly unlock your brain's full potential.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation about the power of sleep cycles. I feel like I have a whole new understanding of how to optimize my sleep for better health and well-being.
I'm so glad to hear that. Remember, sleep is an essential pillar of health. By working with your natural sleep cycles rather than against them, you can make a huge difference in how you feel, both physically and mentally.
Absolutely. Before we go, I have a few questions for you to ponder. What's one thing you'll change about your sleep routine tonight based on what you've learned today? Think back to a time you woke up feeling absolutely amazing. How long did you sleep? What else might have contributed to that incredible feeling? And finally, how do you think improving your sleep cycles could impact other areas of your life like your mood, your productivity, or even your relationships? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
It's fascinating to think about how interconnected sleep is with every aspect of our lives. You know, it's not just about feeling rested. It's about setting the stage for optimal physical and mental performance throughout the day.
Couldn't agree more. This has been a fantastic discussion, and I'm sure everyone listening has learned a ton about the power of sleep cycles. Be sure to check out our other videos, where we explore even more fascinating brain topics. We're constantly delving into this incredible world of neuroscience. We love sharing practical tips for enhancing cognitive function, boosting creativity, and living a more fulfilling life.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into sleep cycles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future episodes.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.